Oh, yeah! Welcome back! As I cough on my own saliva. Welcome back, everybody, to the Blackfire Technical Analysis YouTube channel. I am your host, Crypto Bro, also known as Brian. It's a chilly, very chilly Monday night / early Tuesday morning. And boy, do we have some catching up to do. We definitely have some catching up to do, ladies and gentlemen. We have plenty to talk about. Big explosive movements in the cryptocurrency sphere over the weekend and continuing into today that we have to cover. Not seeing the same, anything similar, in my opinion, on the rest of the market. Hey, give me my music. There we go. But the cryptocurrency market's kind of doing it zoom. I do apologize to everybody that may have been missing the streams Thursday and Friday. Got some news that my wife was going to Columbus for a little bit of a business venture, so she will not be home until Thursday. I wanted to spend some time with her. That and mixed with the whole bullshit weather. Especially on Thursday, it took me till like 1:30, 2 o'clock to get home. I was extra late getting home because, I was driving through fucking 5 inches of snow. But it is what it is. I decided to spend the weekend and some time with my wife. Again, there are certain things that I choose over, over everything else, and she is most certainly one of them. So for anybody that may have been a little upset about, no stream on Thursday or Friday, that is kind of my reason. And I don't care about your feelings. Quite frankly, I care about my wife. So with that being said, plenty to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen. Plenty to be discussed. So I think we're just going to hop right into it here. Going to take a look at... Damn it. Hiccups. Going to take a look at NASDAQ right here. After, talking about the rejection of the 21, we saw follow through to the first tentative target. Obviously, that target has been met quite a few times here, and we're starting to see more pressure to the downside. But as far as I'm concerned, for now, this is classified, in my opinion, as a lower high. Or, excuse me, a higher... Damn it. A lower high. I was fucking right. What the hell? I'm tripping. But I am classifying this from a technical viewpoint here as a lower high, which tells me downtrend continuation. Now, could this do the same thing as Bitcoin here? Permeate some kind of technical higher low in confluence with the current macro low here, and then continue to the upside? Absolutely. That is definitely one of the things that is suggested with this price action chart today. God, I'm just talking too fast, I think. I need just to slow the hell down, right? But it is suggested that it is possible we bounce off the support, confirm some type of higher low, and see, a recovery back above the 21 exponential. But if we do get a low here, I would be confident with a closure about 14,775 before, looking for a low call on RSI, which we do see kind of hugging the exponential right now. Exponential is slightly positive, but this isn't what I want to look for here when it comes to bounces or low calls or anything like that. If I get a fresh cross below the exponential as well as a candle closure below tentative support here, I'm going to be looking for a retest of the diagonal trend line, and at the most, in my opinion, the current low structure here, right around 13,350, give or take a few bucks here. But I would be looking for the current lows to be retested, again, if that condition is met. However, just like Bitcoin, we saw this staggering pressure to the downside only to get stomped out by a higher low in the formation, and boom, boom, boom to the upside allowed me to take a trade, which we would be talking about today. It is possible, but if we do reclaim the 21 exponential and confirm a higher low here, it wouldn't be out of the question to see another test of the $15,500 region, maybe even a test all the way up to the current lower high structure right around 15,925. Definitely a possibility here, again, if the sentiment is confirmed. For now, with the way price action is looking, I am a little bit more biased to the downside, just because another lower high after confirming a structural lower low in the macro structure only spells disaster, in my opinion, and only confirms downtrend continuation. Again, the more lower highs that I see, the lower price action is likely to go, in my perspective, as far as what I'm planning for, right? So as far as NASDAQ is concerned here, I'm paying attention to the 21 exponential here and paying attention to the current support. See if we, can classify some kind of higher low in this region, because again, if we do set a higher low in this region, I would be very confident with continuation to the upside to new highs above this current high here. which, I mean, you could classify that as a change behavior point, but skepticism, right? Skepticism. It all depends on how, price action forms out. We do see stochastics here starting to curl over a little bit, which again isn't the best signal, especially if we see, downside continuation and another lower high on the stochastics formation. Definitely wouldn't spell, the picture of health and fitness, in my opinion, for this price action chart here. So as far as I'm concerned right now, I'm just kind of waiting, playing the patience game here. Fake out on the 21, downside pressure continuation below the 21 after rejection. Currently applying pressure to tentative support at 14,485, and until we see a reaction on that, either confirming a higher low or a confirmed candle closure below, I'm kind of just in wait mode here for the next movement here. So that's kind of my disposition. SPY futures. No requests today, by the way, on the stream tonight, so it will be a shorter stream tonight, which is fine. I have Subnautica to play, is what it is. But, SPY futures currently below tentative support. It all depends on where you put it, right? It all depends on where you put it. Technically, we already closed below this region here, confirmed it as new tentative resistance. This is where the levels get a little bit smaller. And then the next support level is right here, which is, kind of like a little bit of a box territory. I didn't line that up right. There we go. And price action is tentatively below that region right now. Pressure is implied to the downside from my perspective for the same reason. Another lower high has been confirmed. RSI has called that out here in the structure. And another lower high tells me bearish pressure is being applied. Same thing here. We could base a higher low. As long as, we could base a higher low here, 43.65, spot 75. We could base a higher low here and continue to new heights. But again, until proven otherwise, pressure is being implied to the downside. We did get a confirmation above the 21 here. But again, I told you guys, sometimes those confirmations are bullshit. And we got sold right into here, confirming back below the 21. The 21 reclaims a negative slope here. Bearish pressure implied, right? Bearish pressure implied. And not only that, but downtrend continuation is implied. We don't have the lower low, right? This is the structure that we're looking at here that doesn't have the structural lower low. It technically has a structural higher low, but lower high after lower high after lower high only implies one thing. We likely see new lower lows at some point in time here. If we do close below tentative support at 44.80, I will look for continuation all the way down to tentative support at 43.70, 43.65, 43.70 here, and likely maybe even a stab to the current lows here. If we do take out 42.88 to the downside, that's when the change of behavior will be confirmed, in my opinion, and targets likely open up all the way down to 41.42. Give or take, I'll just call it 41.40, this support line here. And until proven otherwise, that's kind of the sentiment here. Again, we're kind of in like no man's land. Are we going to see continuation to the downside, or are we going to see a higher low structure? If we do see a higher low structure and, a candle closure above tentative resistance to confirm, which is at 45, I can't even read today, 45.75, I would be looking for continuation to, at the bare minimum, the last lower high to be tested here at 47.25 to the upside. And obviously, if we take out the last lower highs on any of them here, I'm going to be looking for the bullish perspective on the macro term here, and I'm going to be looking for all-time highs, but we're nowhere near that right now. I'm tentatively looking at this current structure as a rejection of the 21 exponential, which happens, right? Just because, again, this is a perfect example of where the strategy doesn't work, right? You have to be in understanding of the overall trend here, and the overall trend is to the downside here. We technically confirmed a change of behavior below these two lows here that was confirmed with this continuation. And yes, while we did confirm a structural higher low in conjunction with this one here, the sentiment still remains. We did confirm changes of behavior on the daily time frame below the last prior lows, below this uptrending structure here, and confirmed new lows. So seeing a lower high does not spell peace and prosperity, in my opinion. What it tells me is that it's very possible that we see downtrend continuation to new lows as a result. I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I seem to not be able to fucking talk today. I don't know what my problem is. I'm so sorry. Maybe it was my pending excitement for the cryptocurrency market, because again, I did take a trade. We will get into that after the analysis of SPY futures and US dollar index, which we're going to do next. But see, this is bullshit. This is bullshit right here. I mean, you could technically extend the line out like this, and it would be just as valid. It would be just as valid. looking to potentially continue off of this structure here. Now, I did have the trend line here with actual touch points, right? I do go off at touch points. So again, we did break the structure in the past below, confirmed below the diagonal trend line. But again, in my perspective, horizontals they take more weight. Horizontals take more weight than diagonal trend lines in most cases, right? There are some cases where diagonal trend lines, rule the world here, and for quite some time here, that sentiment was true for the U.S. dollar index. Again, we have a lot of touch points here on this structure all the way up, and then boom, we finally break that diagonal trend line, basically invalidating it. Give me 1 second. And now, we're potentially seeing the same thing again. But if I move it, it kind of takes away some of those touch points, which I'm not a big fan of. I mean, it technically still works, but I'm not a fan of it. So I'm going to keep it where it was and base my analysis off of those touch points here. Looking at this structure here, we do have the possibility to see a little bit of a higher low here before continuation, but the fact that we are below the 21 exponential and below tentative resistance tells me the pressure is implied to the downside. We see stochastics starting to curl back up, looking at the a similar formation as price action here, looking for a potential higher low, but I will not be convinced from an RSI perspective unless we see a cross back above the exponential, forcing it to a positive slope, and a cross back above that 50 read here. Stochastics, though, still straight down, back into the bearish critical zone, confirming new lower lows. Lowest it's been since this point here is September 2021. So the bearish sentiment is there, right? The bearish sentiment is there, but as far as price action is concerned here, if we do break back above this diagonal trendline structure and more conservatively back above 95, spot 90 here, I will be convinced that we have yet another higher low here, and I will be looking for continuation back up to this region here at the bare minimum, 96 spot 70, and likely another retest of the 97 spot 70 target to the upside here. But that's the bullish sentiment. The bearish sentiment is this. We have confirmed candle closures below the 21 exponential. The 21 exponential is negatively sloped, and we have confirmed new tentative resistance below the diagonal trend line of peace and prosperity. Now, if we see rejection of that region here, this diagonal trend line to the downside, it would not be out of the question to see a retest of the current lows all the way down to 94 spot 80 here. And any candle closure below 94 spot 81 would confirm a change of behavior, in my opinion. And I would start looking for this trend to potentially flip to the downside as the next valid target to the downside. In my opinion, the first tested target would be here at 94 spot 35. That would be the first test to the downside. If we break structure and confirm below that structure, confirm a change of behavior, I would be looking for prices to start creeping a little further to the downside here, flipping the trend overall. But for now, we are looking like we could potentially confirm a higher low in confluence with the last structural low that was just confirmed not too long ago. And if it is confirmed, I'll look for continuation. But again, we have a plan for both sides. Remember, on all the analysis, guys, I'm making a plan for both sides. And that's just the way to do it, because I can't come on here and say, yep, I know for sure it's going one way or the other, because I don't, right? I don't know one way or the other which way it's for sure going to go. So always, turn it up, 5517's in the house. What's going on, brother? What's going on? He says, let's go, bro. What's going on? Absolutely. Dropping this technical analysis for you guys on this YouTube channel is an absolute fucking privilege. I am honored to be here for you guys for that reason here. Comment, people getting excited for the stream, people dropping comments and showing, showing excitement for this very, very unorthodox, very uncommon type of work, right? But as far as U.S. dollar index is concerned, I do have to remain a little bit more bearish, just for the simple fact that we're below the 21, and the 21 is my main trading strategy. But as far as the structure is concerned, if this confirms as a higher low, I will be looking further to the upside. Now, I want to check out Mr. Hall of Fame Village here. I don't know what that's been doing. Consolidating on the lows here, consolidating on the lows. Really, no question. I don't know where this one's going. This one's been a little bit, a little controversial, if that makes any sense, because we tested the one Fibonacci retracement line, basically the zero read. for the Fibonacci's, and we basically determined that we could not classify a legitimate, accurate target to the downside if we were to break that Fibonacci retracement level, right? Because we come back to this chart here. I've done this a couple of times, and I want to show you guys again tonight for the Hall of Fame Village. Look at this. Technically it speaks. Breaking the current Fibonacci retracement level and the current lows sends price action to negative 51 cents, and I don't buy that. I don't think that's realistic. So what I decided to do is go with psychological levels. None of these lines are real. 50 cents, 75 cents, and $1. The dollar's real. The dollar's been tested here, but 75 cents has not been tested, and 50 cents has not been tested, which classifies these regions here as psychological levels and not realistic targets, but they're the only things that I can come up with. So we're looking at price action right now. We're seeing some consolidation. We are seeing stochastic start to curl back up a little bit. Real choppy, still in the bearish critical zone. Nothing too exciting just yet, but it is looking like it wants to escape the bearish critical zone and enter the bearish control zone here. While RSI is dick all, continuing to reject the top side of the bearish control zone, crossing back below. This is evidence of consolidation here, and that is what we're getting. Consolidation between two price action points here. Top side being $1.16, bottom side being like $1.05. A break of one of those two levels is what's going to determine the next move, in my opinion. A break above $1.16, while it doesn't confirm a change of behavior, in my opinion, would condone a potential move back up to current resistance here at $1.32, maybe a little bit back above the 21 exponential, but any candle closure below $1.06 here, you see it. The potentials are endless to the downside. So as far as this one, again, I can't really classify what's going to happen on this one. This is one of the ones that is getting more confusing over time, just because, again, it's one of those charts that's, got to remember, the Hall of Fame Village here is not the, it's number one, it's not the cleanest chart. Number two, it is a fairly new chart, dropping in what, July 2020? So not even, damn it, I keep doing hiccups, man, fuck. Not even doing 2 years yet. And now we're potentially looking for, we've already confirmed, macro lower lows, new all-time lows on this price action chart. From a wicking basis, we made it all the way down to $1 here. So this price action has never been down that low. I don't have any valid targets lower, again, other than psychological levels, 75 cents. If we do break the, the $1.06 support, I would look for 75 cents. But again, that is like the least accurate information that I can provide, because it is the only thing that I can come up with to provide as a potential target to the downside. Because again, look at price action. This price action's never seen 75 cents. So it's not a valid support or resistance level, just because that price has never been met in this price action's history. So I can't make accurate assumptions to the downside, right? I can make accurate assumptions to the upside, and we have a couple of targets. Change of behavior is above $1.32. Any candle closure above $1.32, I would look for price action to start booming to the upside towards $1.80, and that would classify a change of behavior. But until then, unfortunately, none of this looks good still. It still does not look good. It continues to reject resistance here. And, it is consolidating. It is pumping, blah, 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 but it is looking like a little bit of a downside pressured consolidation period, in my opinion. And as long as it's looking like it's being pressured to the downside, I'm going to remain bearish on this. And obviously, as long as we remain below that 21 exponential, I'm going to remain bearish on this price action as well. Moving on, we're going to look at Bitcoin here today. I think that's going to be the last one. Again, we didn't get any requests, but Bitcoin. Boom! Boom! Back up! This is what we missed. We confirmed a higher low here. Broke through resistance. Back above the 21, forced it to a positive slope, confirmed new tentative support. Here is where I entered. Ladies and gentlemen, here is where I entered. Secondary candle closure above the 21 exponential classifies an entry, no matter what, from my perspective, into a long for BTC USD. I entered a long, and here is what I did. As soon as I entered that long, I mitigated my risk off the 21. I said, drop it 2%. It's not going to be completely exact because whatever, it's a video, I'm trying to do it quick, but boom, 2% under 21. That's where my risk is mitigated, and now my risk is up here. Boom. Days go by, risk is mitigated. Profit was taken today upon the first test of new tentative resistance, which was, boom, here. Entered here, took profit here, 6%. Already took profit. Oh, Shiba. I'll do Shiba too. Shiba's reacting in a similar way Bitcoin is. So follow Bitcoin's analysis. Again, remember, whatever Bitcoin does is very likely what the rest of the cryptocurrency market does. So it's going to be a very similar analysis in my opinion. And yes, I am excited for SHIB right now. So for Bitcoin here, hit that take profit target. Boom, I'm happy. I've taken profit. I've mitigated my risk. My risk is very, very close to almost none right now. And now I have my eyes set on the next take profit level, which we are dangerously close to. Boom, right here. 46,200 is going to be my next tentative target to the upside. Again, we do have to play it level by level. So if it does boom to the upside, the top side of this consolidation phase could be a potential target as well. Right around 47,000, we'll just call it 48,000 bucks here, could be a potential move to the upside. We do see good things. Stochastics, again, on that confirmation, boom, above the 50 read, confirming above the 50 read on both RSI and stochastics. Boom, candle closure above the 21 to confirm entry. Boom, we have critical signals. 50 read broken, 50 read broken, bullish control zone broken. Not so much from the RSI, but still showing true momentum in my opinion. We have ourselves a trade, ladies and gentlemen. We have ourselves a trade. And guess what? I took profit literally the 2 days after I entered. Again, I entered right here, which I think was Saturday. Sunday, Monday, boom. Today was profit taken, boom. Candle closed there. I was like, oh, it rejected. It technically closed below resistance, but now we see price action clearly above that. If we see a candle closure above this resistance here today, this will be, quote, a change of behavior, unquote, and I will be back to a bullish perspective. Again, the downtrend being defeated with a candle closure above the last lower high in this region here at 44,000 bucks is evidence enough for me to say, all right, now we have the potential for an uptrend here. Now, does it change the macro? Do I go immediately all-time high bullish? No. We have a lot of price action to see move through, these resistances before I get confident on new all-time highs. I think above 59,000, 59,700 is where I start to say, all right, maybe we have ourselves an opportunity to see new all-time highs. We'll start talking about them. For now, I'm trading the trending motion, and the trending motion could potentially reverse today. Now, if it goes haywire, rejects, boom, comes back down, goes below the 21 exponential, then we could be looking, at a different scenario. But with the way the structure is formulating right now, it looks really like it wants to defeat the downtrend here, right? It looks like it wants to defeat the downtrend, and boom, back above the 21. Clean entry here, and right off the bat, ladies and gentlemen, right off the fucking bat, I've taken profits. Check out my Facebook profile if you want proof. If you want proof of those profits being taken, go to my Facebook because I posted it. I posted that shit today. I'm trying to get people excited. I'm trying to get people to understand that this kind of niche is possible for everyone. If you just take the time to learn it, if you take the time to strengthen your psychological standpoint, if you take the time to strengthen your emotional fortitude and learn some TA, any of this can be possible. I think I pulled like 250 bucks out of the market today. Profit. Just take it. All right, cool. I'll take that money. I'm not going to complain, right? So Bitcoin looking real good, which is likely to lead up into Shiba Inu, which is what we're going to talk about next. Oh, upside targets first. I already covered the upside targets. If we do confirm a change of behavior, realistically, I'm going to be looking for a major move. Now, obviously, I'm identifying these horizontals as potential take profit zones, but realistically, I'd be looking for the next top to be tested at 50,930 here as a potential move to the upside. Again, I do like to play with more major levels rather than the inconsistent, inconsequential levels. I like to focus on the bigger picture of price action movements, and that's usually where my bigger profits and my bigger gains come from. If I focus too much, like I did, I I kind of fell into that trap on this downtrend here. I started focusing too much on these, little inconsequential tops and bottoms, and not really focusing on the major structure. And I ended up getting out too early. I could have profited all the way down on this move to the the current structural low. But I got out too early and basically just had to wait patiently. Trust and believe me when I tell you guys, I am fucking excited to be back in. I am excited as shit to be back in. Now, I'm going to be looking for the actual stock market to do the same thing so I can bust open a whole bunch of trades on some stocks and start taking profits. But crypto's first right now. Crypto swinging to the upside, potentially looking for a confirmed change of behavior. And if it is confirmed, I'm going to be looking for like $50,000 here, which is like a $5,000 move, which is very tradable. Moving on, Shiba Inu going to be the last one for the night here. Same thing as Bitcoin here, even more strong in my opinion. Looking a little stronger here. Confirmed a change of behavior on yesterday's candle closure here. Looking to confirm that change of behavior. Any candle closure above that support line to confirm it as support, I will be very confident that 4,000 satoshis is going to be the next target here, and then we can play the guessing game to the upside. Confident signals as well on RSI. Look at that is fucking momentum right there. Boom taking out all these highs on RSI to the upside. Very confident inducing here. Stochastic, same thing, back above the 50 read as well, with confirmation trade above the 21 exponential. Now, I don't have to speak for myself on this one. I bought more on these lows. I'm just hodling. This is something that I'm hodling for the off chance that it hits like a penny or 10 cents or something stupid like that, and I can fucking retire and do this full time for you guys. Shiba Inu is just one of those ones that I'm kind of holding right now. But if you're trading it, it is very exciting. A trade confirmed yesterday. You could have easily entered a trade, although your risk would have been a little greater, to be honest with you. It's still a valid play. I am going to be looking for price action to move all the way up to the current, the next lower high around 4,000 satoshis. Anything above that, I'm playing it level by level. Next one's going to be 4,750 satoshis, and then more, right? More. The only thing that would convince me otherwise would be a cataclysmic collapse. Boom, back below the 21 exponential, below 2,500 satoshis, at which point I'd be looking for the current lows to be retested at 2,000 satoshis, and then I'd be looking for the structure to die, to be quite honest with you. But it does look like we have our structural lows based, right? Very likely. And again, if Bitcoin's trending, this one's likely to do the same to the upside. So very exciting stuff for the cryptocurrency sphere. It's very unfortunate that I didn't get that many requests, but that's going to do it for the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for dropping a couple comments. Turn it up, 5517. Thank you for watching the stream. I hope you got what you needed from my analysis tonight. And until next time, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, and get that bread! Get that money!